When Kanye said this, a lot of people said that man was crazy.
I've been sent here to give y'all my truth, even at the risk of my own life, even at the risk of my own success, my own career. I've been sent here to give y'all the truth. Jay-Z called me, bro. You still ain't called me. Jay-Z called me. Hey, bro, Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them at my head. Just call me. Talk to me like a man.
So that was Kanye West letting it be known that Jay-Z had killers that he'll send at people's head. And he should know because he was in the camp with them. Remember, Kanye West come from that camp. So he was in the camp with them. So he very aware of what's going on. And he was a man of power and structure at that time who had money and power of his own, but wasn't fear someone who had money and power more greater than him. And he let it be known at one of his concerts, the push and power, muscle and money that Jay-Z have when it comes to connections in the industry. And then we have immediately after Tory Lanez was found convicted, his father said this.
In this Los Angeles County and witness the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Roc Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Ta.
And that right there was Tory Lanez's father. Tory Lanez's father right there actually exposing behind the scenes that Roc Nation had a hand in his son's conviction, by which he is now in prison for like almost, 10 years or something like that. And his father was clear that Jay-Z and Roc Nation allegedly was behind his son's conviction. Now, when he said this, and I first saw this, I said, you know what? He just feeling some type of way because of his son, man. And as a father, I understand. So I didn't really think much of the allegations he was saying out of his mouth. And then today, very shocking, surprised everybody out of nowhere, Vlad TV puts up this confession in fear of his life. I don't know what happened, what went on behind the scenes, but Vlad TV put this up, and man, this post right here, this tweet is very, very, very convicting. There will be a federal investigation behind this tweet right here, without a doubt, and it's from his real page. This is not a hack. This is not a fraudulent page. This is his real page. And on it, he revealed this. He says, I have a confession. Roc Nation has been paying me to support Megan. They also paid off all the jury members to convict Tory. Wow. And they bribed the judge. They bribed the judge too. Jay-Z did a verse for his grandson's new album. Watch this. They paid off Megan's doctor to lie about the bullet fragments. She was never shot. The LA police are all on Jay-Z's payroll. And it doesn't stop with LA, but you're not ready to hear that part. The Mexican guy who stabbed Tory, who do you think paid him to do that? You already know the answer to that. The 3 Supreme Court judges who denied Tory's appeal, all paid off by Roc Mafia. Wow. They also paid Trump not to pardon Tory. Even though it's a state case, Trump can only pardon federal cases. But knowing Trump liked to bend the rules, Jay wasn't taking any chances. I can't keep these lies secret anymore. If this is my last tweet, you know who silenced me. Wow. Did you see what he just said? I'm going to highlight that. I can't keep these lies silent anymore. If this is going to be my last tweet, you know who silenced me. You know who silenced me. Okay, I'm going to leave that right there for a second, just so that y'all can see what's going on here. Now, this is Vlad TV, one of the biggest bloggers or podcasts on YouTube. Definitely have a credible platform, and he is definitely credible to a lot of people when it comes to his information. And we know he have connections with a lot of people also. He just confessed on his page that Jay-Z allegedly, along with Roc Nation, is behind the Tory Lanez incarceration, is behind a lot of the things you see going on. And he said, I can't keep these lies in no more. He been paying me off also. He been paying me off. He paid off the jury. He paid off the judge allegedly. He paid off these people. And he got connections to the point where his reputation and more than that is on the line making a statement like this. Making a statement like this, he ain't a stupid dude. Let's just be honest. Vlad is not a stupid dude. And I know a lot of people on this internet is ignorant. They dumb as hell. Some people so caught up into music and celebrities that they can't believe that something like this could possibly be true. But let me tell you something. Vlad is a millionaire. Making statements like that can cost him a lot of money, hurt his reputation, credibility, and could have his channel took down. So he would have to have some type of evidence to support the claims in which he is now making against Jay-Z and Roc Nation. Even though all this is alleged, but you can bet before he put something up like this, he thought about it very well. And I don't know what went on behind the scene by which he was in fear of his life to make that statement the way he just said it. If this is my last tweet, you know who silenced me. And let me keep it real. He did it the right way, actually. He did it in a way where he actually is protected by his tweet. What do I mean by that? He told it before they even had an idea it was going to come out. He was going to say it. What a lot of these people don't do when they want to break away. They try to give you heads up. They be saying stuff like, y'all tune in. I'm finna let y'all know what happened, what's going on in like a week. Go subscribe to my channel, because in 3 days, I'm finna tell y'all what happened and what went on. No, that's too late. You giving them time. You giving them time. While you believe you finna uncover something and expose some people, you just gave them time. It don't work like that, especially when you're dealing with heavy hitters and killers who whatever secrets you know, whatever you about to tell, can actually cause them to get a federal indictment investigation launched on them, or can actually hurt them in any type of way. You just gave them heads up. That's why you be seeing these people be dying. A lot of these artists died by trying to get these people heads up. And they die with them secrets. Well, Vlad did things the right way. He did it how it's supposed to go, that he's protected by the things he say, and now point the finger, and now point the finger at the persons who he believed may be responsible for anything that may happen to him. That's what he just did. Because he told who it was. He told the involvement. He told what they did. Even himself being a part of it. Like, they paid me off too. Jay-Z did this. Roc Nation did this. Even though, again, this all alleged. But he is a credible source by making this statement, knowing what it can cost him. And like he said, this could cost me my life saying this. But I can't hold these lies in no more. I'm choosing truth over your lies. I'm choosing, well, he better make sure he got his life right with the Lord Jesus, okay? Or all this was for nothing. If they do take your life, you're going straight to hell. So if you're going to come out and do some things like this and go up against the industry, you better make sure you're in right relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. You better make sure you have that hedge of protection around you. You better make sure those angels are guarding you. You better make sure God got the right people in your corner who you don't have a clue about that come from him as a result with you walking with him through his son Jesus. You better make sure you got that together. That's another thing that hurt a lot of these artists, trying to go up against Satan without the Lord Jesus Christ. No, 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 no. You will find out the ones who victorious and successful when going up against Satan in this industry is those who in the Lord Jesus Christ, okay? If you ain't got yourself right with him, you are, listen, you may have told, you may have exposed some things, but you still unprotected. You still unprotected. And when I look at this and when I hear this and I see this, I'm saying to myself like, wow. Wow, this right here is very telling. Now confirming what others have said. Kanye West have said this. Tory Lanez have said this, father. Tory Lanez said it himself. R. Kelly even said that Jay-Z has something to do with his incarceration. You can't just be having all these things being said like this and there's no truth behind it. You can't just keep on saying things like this if there's no truth behind it at all. And again, for Vlad to make a statement like this really, really shows you that he thought about this. He know the consequences behind it, and he don't care. Like he said, he can't keep holding these lies in. And the thing about when you playing these dirty games with people, once they put you in their pocket, they want to keep you in their pocket. And if you any type of man, you don't like being in the pocket of another man. And that's why he's saying too, I can't keep these secrets anymore. Yeah, because if I bought you once, I could buy you twice. See, once you start playing with them, they believe they own you now. So once you agreed in the beginning, even if it was to get you further ahead and put you on a pedestal or put you in some type of financial bracket, once you play one time, they play for keeps. If they paid you for Megan, they're going to pay you for something else. They're going to pay you for something else to the point they now own your channel. They now own you. Even though this was not the route you wanted to take, but when you play those games, you put yourself in their pocket. You put yourself under their using. And that's what I see going on right here. You may have took the bribe for Megan at first. But you don't know taking a bribe for Megan mean you got to take a bribe for somebody else too, and somebody else too, and somebody else too, to the point they now own you. Now, when you thought you was getting paid to keep their secrets, now you got to do favors for them to keep your secrets. That's what you see happening here. That's what you see happening here. But again, he did it in a way where he actually protected. That if something do happen to him, you know who it came from. And he don't want them investigations on him. And he let it be known. And I'm not surprised at this at all, because there has to be a gatekeeper when it comes to blacks, because most whites know they can't do it with the color of their skin. So what they do is hire a person. What they do is hire a person to actually, who's black, to actually do their bidding for them. I almost slipped out of the seat. Hold on. That's what they do. They hire handlers. So when you want to get in this day and age of social media and all this electronics and technology, what you do is you hire blacks to oppress blacks. That's what you do. And you're going to always have somebody black that's willing to actually be the oppressor of their own people, to handle their own people. That's what they do. So they do their bidding. And you have these persons who's handlers, and that's what they be doing. The Jay-Z's and the Puffies, it's what they do. You know what I mean? And they play on the poverty of the weak. That's what they do. And it's crazy when you seeing this all coming out now. And this right here, like I said, this very telling. This very, very telling. Again, because you have Vlad, again, he's a credible source, whether you like him or not. The man ain't stupid, okay? And he just let it be known, even to the point of incriminating himself. Like, look, they've been paying me off too. I admit it. They paid me off for the Megan thing. And he told it. He told it all. Let's read it again, because people need to see this, man. This deep. It's deep. And this says a lot. I'm trying to tell you, like, what? I saw this. I say, wow. So Vlad say once again, he said, I have a confession. So his conscience is bothering him. Roc Nation has been paying me to support Megan. So, you know, using his channel to actually clean up some of the things that's out here being said about her, covering up a lot of things that's actually exposing her, and using his bigger channel to weed out those small channels that's actually saying things about her by which it may be true. Using his channel to actually weed them out because it's more bigger and stronger. They also paid off all the jury members to convict Tory. Wow. That will be a federal investigation. And they bribed the judge. That will be a federal investigation. Jay-Z did a verse for his grandson's new album. Very telling. Tory just might get out behind this. They paid off Megan's doctor to lie about the bullet fragment. She was never shot. The LA police are all on Jay-Z's payroll, and it doesn't stop with LA, but you're not ready to hear that. And we know how corrupted the LA Los Angeles Police Department is. They have been sued over the years for hundreds of millions of dollars behind their corruption. The Mexican guy who stabbed Tory, when he was just stabbed like 14, 15 times, who do you think paid him off to do that? You already know the answer to that. The 3 Supreme Court judges who denied Tory's appeal, all paid off by Roc Nation. These are some, let me tell you something. These are some very crucial accusations that could actually hurt Jay-Z a lot, coming from a credible source who actually is saying that he also did this to me. Jay also paid Trump not to pardon Tory, even though it's a state case. Trump can only pardon federal cases, but knowing Trump liked to bend the rules, Jay wasn't taking any chances. I can't keep these lies secret anymore. If this is my last tweet, you know who silenced me. Yeah, he did the right thing. He did the right thing by coming clean, confessing, and actually putting it out there. He protected by his tweet. I really believe that. He protected by his tweet. And this right here, this should be covered. This should be covered a lot, okay? So there you have it. Vlad TV exposing Jay-Z for the cover up and the things that were going on behind the scenes in the Tory Lanez trial, and paying off LA police departments, and paying off judges, and paying off bloggers and YouTube channels and things like that. And he was one of them, he said. He was one of them. So, man, again, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, because just keeping it real, when you're dealing with money and you're dealing with power and you in this, you want some type of control like that. You want big channels to be in your pocket. You want police officers to be in your pocket. You want friends in higher places because ain't no telling when you gonna need them. Let's just be honest. But using them for corruption, that's two different. That's different thing. That's two different things. Okay. Because again, as I grow in power, I wouldn't mind have bloggers that I could call on that's actually can support the things I'm doing. I wouldn't mind having some type of police connection and how I move in the streets. I wouldn't mind having law officials, you know what I mean, in my corner, in my pocket, by which I can call on to help me get around certain things. You know, I mean, that comes with power. That comes with power. But when it comes to using them things to hurt lives and send people to prison and financially rob and extort people and killing and things like that, nah, that's something entirely different. So I don't put nothing past Jay-Z at all. He don't keep it no secret. He enemy of the living God. He believe he is God. That's why he called himself Hova. He like to be worshipped and praised. He like his wife to be worshipped and praised. So they look at themselves as being Nimrod and how do I forget his wife's name? Nimrod and Semiramis. Semiramis, that's her name. Nimrod and Semiramis. That's who they think they are. Nimrod, Semiramis, and their kids, Tammuz them. So you see, like, that's who they think they is. They want to be worshipped. They want to be praised. They want to turn people from Christ, and they hate Jesus. That's what they do. They definitely in the occult. They definitely are part of the Illuminati ring, and they actually don't mind the trail of hurting and allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, hurting, corrupting, and violating people. Just keeping it 100. That's what they do. This been said about them a long time, and they believe they can hide behind the money and the connections. But the Bible is true. What was in the dark will come to the light, and you cannot escape from the wrath of God. And the thing about the enemy is he would allow you to believe that you comfortable and that you safe under his care and protection. But what do the Bible always show? That God always bring down the walls of Jericho. He's crashing down the walls, and come to find out you're not protected. You're not safe. In fact, you being in those camps actually not only expose you for who you are, it actually really shows that you actually is going to be made an example of when it comes to God. That's all that is. That's all it is. And for the most part, the devil only get his own. He don't get nothing that belong to God. He only get his own. You work for him and he hurt you at the same time. That's all you see happening here. He used you to, he can't use you no more. And that's what you see happening here. You're not successful in him. He try to make you believe you're successful in him. And that's why anytime a person connected to him, it comes with many psychological problems. It comes with many demonic demons and spirits. It comes with a lot of disappointments, no matter how rich you are, no matter how much money you got. Okay? Because he's an evil spirit, and there is no good in him, and there is no peace in him at all. So you connected with him, those are the two things you will not have. You will not have peace, joy, and anything good at all. So I don't know. It's crazy. I'm gonna start doing some more coverage on this, man, because we need to break some things down. But that is an explosive tweet from Vlad TV exposing Jay-Z for being one of the persons behind the incarceration of Tory Lanez and paying off judges and law officials.
Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Trying to be no hero, but I take a million way to ride. Be in it to win it and do it to the finish. The murder, prison, the life of a criminal. it, they can't keep a fire.